Show. Our buddy Charles is out today. I'm Lydia Penn. Today we have
I'm Will D.
Will D as our guest. He's part of the LDM family, so
Yeah!
he's very familiar. Glad to have you. We're going to talk about a bunch of things today. We're going to talk about aliens. I don't know if anybody wants to talk about that. We're going to talk about New York City. And we're going to talk about how to save you money. All of this, don't go away.
I like money.
Step into the light where the stories glow. The laughter's high and the vibes just flow. Community heartbeats, we're here to show. This is the rhythm of the LDM show. We bring the news, we bring the fun. From the rising moon to the morning sun. Relationships tight where the good vibes run. The LDM show where it's all begun.
LDM Show. Again, I'm Lydia Penn. Charles is out today, and this is Will Davis
Hi.
from the LDM
Why you
family.
say my whole government, man?
I'm
Word,
sorry.
like for real.
Because it's already posted.
No,
Everybody
no,
knows.
no, no, D, just D.
So,
God damn.
so word on the street is everybody's leaving New York City.
Can they leave faster?
Can they leave faster?
Yes.
Why? So we could be like what?
I like COVID MTA. Kick
I
'em all
did
out.
like that. It was nice and clean.
It was spaced out.
Space.
They actually kicked the bums off.
Legally, we had to be separated.
It was beautiful.
We should do that again.
Nobody was outside.
No, but people are leaving. You know,
Kick them out faster.
taxes, affordability. You got rising costs, of course, of everything. Quality of life issues. We have issues that not everybody has. Homeless issues. We got a bunch of issues, but they lost approximately 12,000 residents in 2025 last year.
Was that before or after Mamdani got elected?
Before. This is before.
I could see the 12,000 rushing
Yeah.
out after.
Yeah. So who knows what it's up to now? You know, everybody's going to Florida. They're going to Texas.
These
They're
just
going
sound
to
like
New Jersey.
retirees then.
They do. But it sounds like New Yorkers don't like to go too far. You know, I'm surprised they're not going to Georgia.
Not with the
Pennsylvania?
sweet bloods. And everybody did a mass exodus to Georgia already. There weren't enough jobs, so they came
Yeah,
back.
I think Georgia has had enough right now. They're trying to move out. All the New Yorkers from, all
Yeah,
the
they're trying to leave
Georgians
Georgia.
from New York are moving.
A lot of people moved to Georgia. I got a
Yeah.
bunch of cousins in Georgia right now.
Yeah. Oh,
But
wow, you from New York? Oh, I'm from New York too. Oh, really?
yeah, that happens in Florida a lot.
Well, not only have they lost people, but they've also lost money. We've lost money, billions,
This is-
because of the higher earning residents moving out. Nobody wants to be taxed. You know, nobody wants to.
This is why I asked the Mamdani question.
I mean, if you're bringing money, right? Why should you feel like you're being penalized? You're bringing money, you're bringing jobs, you're bringing innovations, blah, blah, blah. If I feel like I'm being penalized, I'm going to go to Florida. I'm going to go to Texas. You know, depending on the business. I mean, everybody's going other places. It's getting expensive. Hi, Magda.
Expating
would you
to
go?
Panama?
You going to stay?
Me?
I'm staying.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't afford to
definitely
move
staying.
anytime
If I'm
soon.
moving, I'm definitely moving to my other loved area, which is Japan.
Japan. So
Yeah.
let's just say you had to leave right now. You'd be able to go to Japan?
Actually, yeah. I'd probably end up staying in Osaka for a bit before
for
moving
you.
to Tokyo.
Good for you.
I got connections.
Yeah. I mean, although Japan might be a little, they might be wondering why an American is coming over right now.
Not really. I'm
so-
black. It's enough.
Yeah.
I'm black and I like anime.
Oh, okay.
It's nothing
All
new.
right. Well, they'll welcome you. No.
They'll be a little wary if I'm trying
You're very
to get with their
respectful.
women, but I come with my own, so it'd be fine.
You'd be married.
So-
You'd be married within the year. I
Yeah.
could see that. Like, oh, look at little Wills. Look at little Wills. Yeah. So, I mean,
I'd be pretty average size out there. No, I come with my own, so they don't have to worry about me and their so that's the one thing with Americans is that like there's certain areas you can and cannot go after certain hours because their Japanese women are for the Japanese men first, that kind of a deal.
Wow.
And then when they want to have their fun, they go over to like Vietnam, but or Thailand. But so I come with a girlfriend, so then I'll be a non-threatening black man.
Well, maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Then that play up that whole superhero angle.
Only once they see me play basketball.
Oh, look at him! Have nobody's heard about the superhero thing about black people? How Japanese think black people are
I love it.
built differently, scientifically.
It is one of the greatest
They
things
really
ever.
believe.
It's the best form of racism in
It
anime.
is.
It really
It's
is.
almost as good as being good at math, or
Right. No. Well, so here's the thing, right? So like my favorite example of this is in a football series called I Shield 21. And there is a guy who's the main character who eventually, like, his ability in the football field is to stop time, right? He moves so fast, he stops time.
That's pretty
The
fast.
only person that can compete with him after a certain point is a black guy who can physically move his body so agilely, he's as if he's as limber as a panther. So they will have 4 guys try and tackle him. He slips through the tackle because he can contort his body like a panther and just run so fast that even stopping time cannot stop him.
Oh, that's the ideal.
It's
athlete.
great. Luffy in One Piece, which is like the biggest anime series in the world right now, when he puts on an afro, there's no one more fierce or more powerful than him. There's no reason for Gear 5 if you give Luffy an afro and he now has his black monkey powers.
It's almost like that sometimes.
It's
You
amazing.
give a black person, you let them.
Yeah, so
I think that's why it's intimidating. Sometimes they used to think the afro was intimidating, and I could see why.
well, it didn't help that every black guy in a kung fu flick definitely had an afro.
Yeah. Hey, Charles. Yeah, the security guard act like he doesn't know me.
So,
Okay. That was
clicking buttons in the back.
Anyway, but it's just very interesting to see how our population is changing. Some of the changes that are being made, and something's got to change.
Well, they already made the worst change, so that is what it is.
What's that?
So you're saying taxing people is making the affluential folks leave the city,
Yeah.
and they elected Mamdani. So, yeah. Great job, guys, because you wanted free buses you can never get since the MTA
Have we
isn't a
gotten
city
anything
organization.
Yeah.
Childcare.
6 months
Childcare.
almost.
No. He got a free preschool or something passed.
Oh.
Something like that. It was
For everyone, right?
That was a good thing. I give credit where credit was due. Yeah, no, that was something that was supposed to be out.
Credit.
That's what they said. They said when he came into office, they had passed the law for free school. So
Magda says, I was in China with my Nigerian fiance for 3 months in 2010. 3 Chinamen stopped us, rubbed his arm, and then rubbed it on themselves. Looked shocked because black don't rub off. All right, black don't crack. I mean, it
does.
It does.
On
it
crack.
does. But it's a nice compliment, as long as they're not trying to whoop your ass afterward, or kidnap you. I was thinking that.
So here's the pros and cons of it, right? If you go over there as an adult,
Yeah.
pro, right? That's when you get all of the popular pro stereotyping. It's great. If you grow up there, right, and are mixed race, then you face a ton of issues and a lot of
they don't
bullying, and
treat
that's the
you-
big exactly. So if you're 100% black or whatever, there can be some pros to it. Even growing up there, they're a little more like you're more fascinating than bullied.
Yeah.
But
You're still kind of like a
if you're
pariah.
mixed raced out there, it's probably, I would say it's worse out there than it is even here in America.
I think so. From what
especially
I've
in
heard.
Korea. Oh my God.
Really, Korea's worse than Japan.
It is. Well, and then the thing is that there's laws out there where pretty much you can get away with almost anything before the age of 15. That even the gangs in Korea
Almost like
will use no, not here. You can't get away with half the shit they do in Korea, right? But the gangs out there will literally hire the youth to commit the crimes for them because they'll get off scot free.
They do that here.
They try to. The thing is, because most of the youth does this stuff, we have a whole system for the youth, and then half the time, if it's a really bad offense, we
Like
charge them
murder.
as an adult anyway. We say we don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, we have
Right.
We have sealed
Blinds are
systems
stared at.
here, technically, but not as good as theirs at all. Yeah, yeah, you can get exposed here, there. Mm-mm.
I mean, I don't even think they should be hiding juvenile records, especially nowadays with them being so serious most times. You know, involving weapons, guns.
Unfortunately, the idea is that, especially considering that anyone under the age of 25 doesn't have a fully developed brain, the idea is that no one.
Especially boys.
Yeah, not this generation. Can't say that anymore.
True.
But the idea is that because we know how judgmental older people can be, right? If someone did something at 13 that, circumstance, youth, you want to add together, no matter how bad it is, you could honestly, to a certain degree, say that they wouldn't know better or have the ability to control themselves even if they did, right? They're caught up in the literal whatever. Like, there's a science to explain why impulse control is much harder before you're a full-grown adult, essentially. So
that's why you shouldn't be
that
doing drugs.
peer pressure, a whole bunch of stuff that could be all in the situation where we don't want to hold something that you did at 13.
13 is different than 17.
Sure,
Right.
but still not a full functioning brain. In fact, sometimes if you're looking at the age of 17, right, we're dealing with someone who's a high school junior, senior, when pretty much I don't think most people realize, a lot of people think that is the age where your whole life really starts because you're forced to kind of set yourself,
Your independence.
college, this, that, whatever. Like your whole track record really starts at
You're
all
right,
the schools
Charles.
looking at 17. So
There's some people that don't need you don't need to see their records, and I agree with you, except for in that instance. There's some kids who, since their childhood, they're messed up, and by
Absolutely.
the time they do kill somebody in their childhood, you're like,
absolutely.
this mother is not gonna change. He's not. There's no reforming certain people.
But that's also why within our laws here, we have the ability to charge someone as an adult
true.
for certain crimes. So I think, depending on the nature of the crime, right, is when we get to stuff that we're talking murder,
Yeah.
right, or I would say more violent crimes in
Weapons,
general,
anything
right?
involving guns, firing guns.
Right.
anyway.
So when we get to stuff like that, I would say, yeah, sure. If it's a crime that the court is willing to charge an adult, but if it's something that they're not, then yeah, keep it sealed, because you never know. Like, our whole point to the whole jail system is rehabilitation. That's the whole point to it.
But what is the point of keeping it sealed?
The whole point of keeping it sealed is that way when jobs are looking
Okay,
at
gotcha,
you, right?
gotcha.
And essentially, a person who can't get a job is definitely going to commit more crime. That's
Oh,
why.
for
That's
sure.
why the cycle of having people get out of jail and go back in is because who really wants to
Right.
hire a criminal,
Right.
right? So.
And what am I gonna do next?
Right. So this is the only reason why I say, because older generations are so judgmental, right? Not to say that there isn't reason to be in this particular case,
Yeah.
but you're essentially saying that from the age of 13, 14, in a lot of cases, a lot of juvenile crime
And
is that middle
teenage,
school into
yeah.
high school, early high school age, is that now that your rest of your life is done, and half the time the reason why you're even doing it is because the adults in your life aren't doing what they're supposed to do.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. So
They failed you.
talk about it.
They failed you. I would say, in somebody, regardless of the teenage, in somebody who shows, I guess, that they may possibly be open to, what do you call it, rehabilitation.
Right.
I would say give them a chance. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. As
But some
long
of
as
those
it's
little
not-
twerps.
No, absolutely not. But at the same time, when you look at a lot of those,
laughing and
when you look at a lot of those little twerps, a lot of the time you got to look at who's raising them.
yes, they failed, but sometimes there's no hope for them.
No, there is no hope, but
Yeah.
that's because I don't
Yeah.
put that just on them, right?
No,
if you
no.
if you have a drug using parent, right? Just let's take the 80s for right.
minimum.
Right? A drug using parent, a lot of their kids aren't going to end up the greatest in a lot of situations because they didn't have a great example. In
Right.
fact,
They didn't
you'll
stand a
be
chance.
lucky in cases when they don't use drugs themselves.
Right.
Right? If you have a real ratchet mom who had a kid at 16 and then continue to that behavior and raising a child to act like her, well, by the time that kid hits 16, what do you think you're going to get?
Yeah,
You
probably
know,
pregnant.
and it's not necessarily have to be a teenage mom, but I'm just saying, if you have a wild acting teenager with a
it
kid,
starts
come
young,
on now.
yeah.
No, I see 34-year-olds act worse than some 16-year-olds. So
Right, but
it's
if-
not
if-
just the
if-
kids,
If your situation as a child is not secure,
right?
and you don't have structure, then you're not given a fair chance to
do well.
be
That's
a good adult.
That's why I don't think that, like, putting that idea where we can't give them a shot, regardless. I know some kids,
most
yeah,
people
but
deserve a shot. Nice shirt, thank you.
That
Hi,
was-
Pam.
But yeah, I mean, most kids, they'll have poor influence, they'll have bad decision making,
Yeah.
and it takes the right person to put them on the right
You're
path.
right. You're right. You know, and I feel like it's more apparent now. We're failing more kids. You know, they don't have the leadership. They don't have the parents, the grandparents.
True.
So they don't have the respect. They don't have the values. More importantly, kids are lacking values. They're very shallow. The only thing they can look forward to is likes and attention. You know, because what else? They don't know where they came from. They don't. You know.
True.
So we do fail them. We really do. So we have to do more. We have to do more. You see something, say something. You see a badass kid?
Nah, I'm not even doing that.
Look, you don't want to fight the kid. That's why. I get it.
That's
I get it.
that's exactly what.
I'm not fighting kids either, but
Sometimes you gotta fight the parent because the kid can be acting up.
if
Exactly.
the parent's there, that's even better. Because I'm ignoring the kid. I'm going straight to you.
No, but that's the thing. The parents will defend the behavior like.
Because that's
They're
why the
so
kid is doing
dumb.
it. They're taught that.
So dumb.
Ah. And they don't think they're dumb. They think we dumb. We're dumb. You know? How dare you? I'm calling the cops. Or I'll beat the cops up too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I've seen
that one. That one.
Seen one where the kid was defending the mother. I think she was shoplifting. And that's bad. Bad. I wish this generation will learn from OGs. Yeah, but OGs aren't there to teach them, Chad, you know? So
A lot of, regardless of you even being an OG, kids want.
we don't want nothing to do with them.
It's not even that. They want to test them. That's
That
what it
too,
is.
but
They don't
I
have
see 'em-
respect for OGs anymore for that to even be a thing for them anymore. Even within gangs, right? The OG is often tested by some young blood just cause
Yeah.
that kid wants to make a name for himself.
Right.
A lot of these kids want to do that.
And so we're forced to fight these
This
kids.
is an ego-stroked generation. The ability to gain respect with them means you have to be famous. That is about it. And even still, then now they want to make a mark
what
by
they care
disrespecting
about.
you.
Right, on camera, on film,
Right.
screaming it. Oh, I just killed my sister. You know?
Respect don't get likes.
Thank you, Charles. But yeah,
Yeah,
we need to do something because all right. What's gonna happen when we start getting old, looking for Social Security, waiting for them to make policies?
That sounds like an issue for you, because once I get my cane, I'm kicking everybody's ass. That's just a fact.
Shoot, they don't need no Social Security. Let's take it.
No, I'm waiting for somebody. Well, I actually heard
I'm with you.
I heard a really poor taste but hilarious joke a while ago. I think
Tell
it was Hassan Minaj. He was saying, so everybody that's worried about Social Security now, realize that God gave us COVID, and who was it taking out? And now you're wondering where the money, where our money's gonna go. But you could have let it last a little longer. And I was kind of like, food for thought. Terrible thinking, but food for
Our
thought.
elders. No, we don't revere our elders as much as other countries, and I think we should. You know.
I wish I
If
could
our
say
elders now,
I wish I could say
nowadays our elders are not what they used to be.
that. Exactly.
So let
like,
me backtrack.
okay,
20 years.
you have
our
to-
elders in the 80s.
you have to consider that a lot of Gen X individuals are now elders, right? So no, not a lot of Gen X now are starting to become elders, right? And these are the same people that are in the clubs in Brooklyn.
First of his
I'm
out
gonna just
the
leave it at
door.
that.
Reading too.
Books out the door. It's all about gaming. Yes, but gaming can be positive. Do not shit talk
It
gaming.
is. It can be
It's just that
educational.
they make these free world feel good games for this generation, and that's the problem.
Stupid
Not
simulation
problem solving
things,
games like these.
right?
I remember you couldn't even beat a Disney game back in the day.
True.
That
Aladdin?
was frustrating.
Aladdin and
The
Lion
Lion
King.
King. You know what I'm
King.
saying?
I will go back today and still
oh my
have trouble.
God.
Oh, God, I
but
can't jump.
that's what I'm talking about.
Right. Classic.
They made games
Problem
and then
solving.
they had to make cheat codes just so that way when you get too frustrated you could at least see what the next level was. Right? You feel what I'm saying? They don't do that anymore. It's real easy. Sometimes you play against your friends. Once there's a hierarchy made, then you got cool I guess, but it's not the same. It's not the same at all. I know guys who won't play high quality games just because the difficulty is too high. And I'm just like, really?
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, no, they don't. But
Nah.
it's sad. So
But you know what happens when you don't challenge your brain,
this
right?
is what happens when you give out participation awards. You
You
have
lose.
to learn to lose.
Oh, that's one thing. Our kids don't know how to lose.
And that's why this is the ego stroking generation.
Yeah, that's part of it. We're the microwave generation. They're, you know.
I like microwaves.
I like them too.
I love microwaves.
We still know how to be patient, you know.
I was never patient, so I can't say that.
Charles, how many minutes we got?
No, I can't be patient.
Yeah.
But I live at a fast pace. You've seen me walk.
You walk fast.
Yeah.
For a little, like.
So I've learned to entertain myself along the way. But I'm not patient. I can't just sit there waiting. I got to be doing something.
I catch myself walking fast, and I'm like, okay, why are you rushing? I won't have a reason to rush, and I'm out of breath, you know. It's like, what are you doing?
I like to go from point A safe to point B safe as quick as
Maybe
possible
that's what it
because the
is.
in between is
That's
I'm gonna
what
hurt
it
somebody.
is. That's what it is. I'm always, you know,
Yeah, that's why I go from A to
watching
B.
my back.
Right?
Who's behind me? Get from behind me. For real. You know, if I had $1 for every time I told somebody to get from behind me or gave them a look like, why are you behind me?
See,
I wouldn't have to question it.
things like that are why I don't even answer people when they ask why is my bag so big.
Right.
You think you can sneak up from behind me?
Oh, now you need a front bag so you could just.
No. The whole point is, if you think you're gonna sneak up from behind me, there's no way you're not gonna hit my peripheral vision, right? Like this is not happening.
Yeah.
I got like a 2-foot protector right there, and then if you're gonna try and put something through the bag, you know how much stuff is in there?
It's you. You got too much trouble. No, you too much trouble. You more trouble than me.
I mean, you know what?
They'll come to me before they come to you.
There you go.
Like she looks easier. You know?
That's
right. It's true. Oh, see, Charles is over there being nasty.
told you.
Anyway.
Just pushing buttons in the back.
You know, we're going to talk about something else.
What else?
What do you think about fare evasion?
Fair evasion? It's an institutional right after these goddamn prices went up too high.
I think so. $3. It's been $2.50 for what? 3 years? 2 years? Didn't know she was easy. Of course she's easy.
No. See, you have to consider this, right? Back when it was still $1 and change, right? This is many moons ago. There was a second set of books found when the MTA was audited that showed profits when they were claiming they were losing.
Yeah, they're
right?
all taking that.
No. But this is the whole thing. It's been proven they're lying about losing money.
Yeah.
So then now, when that was
They
at
said $900 million they lost.
and this was
I guess last year.
This is after, right? Prices were only $1 and change. That they were showing major profits despite saying they claimed losses. So with twice, almost 3 times the amount being the cost now, right? This fare evasion is not something new.
No, it's not.
So
I
they're
feel like
lying
you think
about
it's the
taking
worst?
losses.
I think it's
not
the worst.
worse. I don't think it's any worse.
I mean, I've only been here since like right after 9/11, but it's the worst I've seen.
People in the Bronx were not paying for the bus in the 90s. They just weren't. They weren't. They weren't paying in the 90s.
Right?
They weren't paying in the 2000s. They weren't paying, period, and they still aren't.
The select buses, they got hip. Right?
The select buses now do a little better, and even so, I feel like if anything boosted the rate of people not paying, it was select buses because who took the time to get the paper?
It's the accountability.
Right?
I did when I saw those big MFers.
Look,
Let me see ticket, please.
see, but here's the thing, right? So even that system, right?
Yeah.
I could tell you, let's just use the 12 bus, for example, because a lot of people in the Bronx use the 12. It cuts across the whole Bronx, and it goes to a major destination.
Easy peasy.
The 12 bus is the only bus that I've ever really seen any MTA people looking at it, right? Like looking at your ticket, looking for a ticket, right?
Evade fare, though.
No, but
I've
all
done
the
it.
time. But here's the thing, right? So even taking that 12 bus to Bay Plaza, where would they always stand to check your ticket? The very last stop. No, not in the bus. They would stand at the very last stop at the state. So people... There are 2 stops at Bay Plaza. People would get off the stop before and walk the rest of the way to the movie theater or the mall, right? Because you could just do that.
You're predictable when you do stuff like that.
Right.
Even on the subway, they do it.
Last stop,
they know the
first
last
stop.
So guys, stop
So
doing
the
that.
homeless people get on at the very next stop. It is hilarious to me.
It is.
Then, Pelham Parkway, another major stop. That's where you would see cops again.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see them even by Jacoby Hospital, right? You wouldn't see them there. But that's a major stop. But that's where a lot of people would hop on then. You wouldn't see them over there by Fordham Road half the time. And that would be the biggest stop. Don't see them there. But when you get back towards the 4 train, not even the D train, but the 4 train, they might be right there checking to see if you got tickets.
They sell swipes on Fordham.
Exactly. It made no sense.
Makes no
so
sense.
now they're putting them onto the actual buses, right? And I still see them letting people get on without saying anything once they catch one or two people.
Speaking of letting people get on, there was one of those security guards who got caught on camera. It's all over the news, taking cash to open the gate.
Absolutely. Do you know how much those guys make?
They're scary.
Do you know how much those guys make?
Would you do it?
I know how much they make. I make more than them. No. Imagine you are a security guard. So let me explain this to you. If anyone who works as a security guard, 90% of the jobs in security do not even allow you to defend yourself
Right.
without you facing legal repercussion. That's just a fact.
Oh, so
Right?
you'll lose your job.
So why? Right. So if someone swings at me and I swing back, despite the law saying I'm good, that job will say, no, you put us at risk, you're fired.
Wow.
Right.
What's the point of having you?
So the whole point is to observe and report, right? that is literally the job of a security officer. To deter by observing and reporting.
Going over my head. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, if you see a gunshot and you're a security guard unarmed, you better just duck, dodge, and leave.
That's
Like, you know what I'm
insane.
saying?
That's insane.
But in general, so those guys are in MTA in New York City with no ability to defend themselves.
Yeah, that's not cool.
And
I see them
these
looking
people,
scary. They look
these
scary.
people, well, yeah, but
Looking scared.
these people are going to walk in and out of that thing anyway. You really try and stand in between their way. That's your, like, really, I wouldn't be doing that.
I see them all the time letting people
And not
through, letting
for-
them, especially the kids.
Yeah.
hop.
No, yeah, let them hop, do whatever. You're not even supposed to grab them, yoke them up, nothing. You can't do anything because your company says we don't want you to. Just if it happens, note down what time it happened, this, whatever. We'll look at the cameras and we'll have the cops go. It's ridiculous.
They
So
don't do
at that point, yes, that's what they're supposed to do. That
Yeah.
is what they're supposed to do. And in some cases, they're making 18 an hour. In some cases, they're making 21 an hour. It really depends on whatever contract you end up on for that part of the city.
So do you think that the fare evasion is a crime, or do you think it's a problem?
It
It's an
is
affordability problem.
justice because MTA's prices are too damn high.
What do you think
Especially with the fact that the trains don't be running when they're supposed to be running, right?
So it's the
And
service, the cleanliness,
So
the safety.
something I recently found out too is that there was a man with autism who on 30 separate occasions took MTA uniforms and either was the director of the train or the bus, right?
What?
Right? This is what he did. 30 separate occasions. And each time made the route more efficient than what they had planned. But he's
Wait,
sitting. He's
let him volunteer.
no.
Let him do it.
He's
Won't
sitting
cost
in
us a
jail
dime.
now for this.
Okay.
Right?
But they
So
finally caught him?
No, they caught him multiple times because of his mental
Yeah.
disability. They kept letting him out. So now he's sitting in jail,
He knows
right?
right from wrong.
But this is the difference.
Yeah.
My man knows right from wrong. Technically, sort of. Actually, that's more again a moral.
But he's doing the right thing,
He's
too.
doing the right thing. My man should have been hired to run MTA,
You're
considering he's
right.
getting the
All
job done
aboard.
better, faster. People were on time or early every time he was the driver.
Something's
So
different.
if a guy with autism can figure this out, get it done and accomplished,
He's
and these
smarter.
people want to pay me money
to be fair, he's
or
smarter.
force me to pay more money in order for less service,
Yeah.
no, everyone should be allowed to hop on this thing for free, right? Mondani says we're going to give you free buses. We taking them. That's it.
I do think if
This
it
is New
was
York.
if it was like maybe $1 and change, less people would evade it.
Absolutely.
But somebody will always
If you
not pay.
if you have to create a half fare program because people
There
can't
is.
afford to, no, but this is my point.
Right.
Because people can't afford to go to work.
Right.
Obviously, your prices is too damn high. Your price is worse than the rent, honestly, because more people use you, and with rent, people can finesse certain
Yeah.
things. We can have 8 people in one apartment if need be, right? And everybody paid their bills and figure that out. But we can't have 8 people on one MTA swipe.
Well,
I mean, we do sometimes, but that's if the person's smart enough to use the door. Otherwise, they just be hopping over and going under. Let's be real, right? Like, come on now.
considering gas is about $5 a gallon, and you got congestion pricing still going on.
I mean,
would you rather
I'd rather start figuring out because this is what
start making a plane?
Not that. It's just a matter of most of the jobs in the city. Most people are commuting in from the outer boroughs into Manhattan, right?
Really?
This-
In Manhattan, yeah.
No, from the outer boroughs to Manhattan.
Right.
But the fact of the matter
New
is,
Jersey, Connecticut.
if people have more jobs for them at home, and nobody's willing to go to work in Manhattan, right?
Like the people who live there.
I mean, the people who live in Manhattan often I don't find them working in Manhattan.
Yeah,
It's
right,
funny.
Charles. They'll still evade it. They'll still not pay.
More people would be willing to pay.
If it was $1.
When it was $1, but when it was $1 and change, I saw more people on the regular at least pay for the subway. People don't pay for the bus, but they do pay for the subway. I see more people since the price went from $1.25 to $2. Right? It was $1.75 at one point, but when it went to $2, people said I have to get that extra dollar. That's when I really started to see people hop over the turnstiles, and they lose the most.
Right.
They lose more money
They
on
were
the
at the
train
door.
than
Yeah.
they do the buses. Because remember, it takes 8 buses to equal a train.
Right. To swipe back and forth.
So really think about it.
That's interesting. Thank you for that insight.
I've been here my whole life. I hate MTA.
You know, we need to talk to that autistic young man
For real.
and see how we can get a deal going. Maybe they can.
Bro, just have them create the routes
No.
for you. Get it done.
I agree.
I was so mad when I read that story. I was like,
I mean, the fact
what?
that it's dirty. The
Yeah, you
fact
don't even
that
clean
it's
it.
unsafe. It's more unsafe than the bus because I started taking the bus more now. Doesn't make the case for them. It doesn't help them.
You know what's crazy?
And the fact that they are taking money and stealing, we know this. Come on, we know this.
The only
They're misappropriating, doing stupid turnstile makeovers. You know, it doesn't help. Stop wasting our money and do something correct.
only efficient part.
Pay the bill, take a car.
The only efficient
Wa-
part
remember
to
walk.
MTA
Mm.
are the express buses,
Mm.
and they cost $9 a trip.
Well, if some people are taking them
I know people who take them.
from borough to borough, yeah.
I know
especially.
people who take
It's
them,
worth it.
but really think about that. MTA just said in order for them to do their job right, they want to charge $9 an hour. That's essentially what they're saying when they do that.
Yeah.
That's pathetic
It's pathetic that
for a system that can run, has run, and would run better on $1 and change.
it's pathetic we haven't gotten to the bottom of the corruption because that's what's going on.
The corruption's at the top. Why are we
The
going to the bottom?
congestion pricing alone, the money that I can't even tell you would save the city. We'd have so many other things. So, you know, somebody's misappropriating money.
I mean, it's politics.
Somebody's.
It's politics. What do you expect?
Yeah, but now it's out of control because they want to keep charging us, and it's
It's-
still not safe. Like it's just too much.
I mean,
Something's gonna give.
They're trying to hire more police officers, but let me tell you that whole,
Police are leaving,
and that's why I said they're trying to hire more.
and then we got ratchet police officers with, you know.
That's
like,
because those are the ones who are willing to take it.
You're
I mean,
right.
5 years, 100K. I ain't mad at that number, right? But
pants sagging and whatnot.
the process, though, oh my God, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, you think it's FBI? They're over.
For real? Like
They're
y'all,
overextending.
you can't even go to a cadet academy for like a regular day of class without you being in a full suit. I'm like,
Really?
are you serious? Like, I was in the military.
That's silly.
What are you doing?
It's not like you're gonna be a suit on a job.
For real?
What are you preparing me for?
Like, why can't I wear sneakers if my job's gonna be running after folks? That make
Sneakers?
sense.
Maybe. But
Black sneakers?
a whole suit?
Black sneakers.
Black sneakers, okay.
Come on.
But why do you need why do you need a tie?
Why? Yeah. Why would I wear something that could be used to choke me?
They want to show you.
Like that's the number one reason. If anyone wondered why, like, I've heard people go, oh, you with you security guards, you clip on ties. Yes, because when people then want to reach for our tie and choke us, it comes off. They're like, oh snap, and we can beat them up. That's kind of how it started. So you go to try and strangle me, and you end up knocked out. It's a beautiful thing.
You're right. Prison guards. And
Like no, it's
even all the industries clip on ties.
that's the way it was supposed to be.
Safe.
But why am I in a full suit? Just to, like, they really want you in a full suit the day you need to go and get your blood pressure
See, stuff
read.
like that is why I won't rejoin the military because make it make sense. Like, I'm going to question it. I'm the type of person who's going to get in trouble for questioning and not doing shit that don't make sense.
I remember doing my medical. I remember doing my medical for the military in a t-shirt and jeans, and nobody had a problem with it. That's the military.
Because you're not going to be in a suit.
When I'm exactly
Your uniform had to be creased, right? Okay, that's
But-
fine.
well, not for my gen. They were like, wait, we're Army. We don't need to be.
we had
We're not Navy. They're
In
the pretty
Iraq,
boys.
Believe it or not, they made me crease my uniform.
That is because
It's
you had
stupid.
bad leadership.
That's
Right?
because nothing
Our
makes
suit,
sense.
matches the sand that's flying all around us, and you see creases are needed.
I
Like
swear to God.
that is an a-hole
Dress
of
right, dress
leadership
bull.
for real.
Stuff like that don't make sense to me. and
At
I'm not doing
all.
it.
I'm not. No. This
Hurry
is,
up and wait. For what?
That is the. Oh my God. I hate that so much.
Yeah. Or if your hat ain't right, your Kevlar, whatever.
I swear to
whatever
God,
you're
they
wearing.
used to be Navy. Whoever said that to you used to be Navy.
Oh.
Yes, because like
All of us got it.
oh my,
Unless you had on a jumpsuit, a flight jumpsuit, all of us got
that
it.
is so bad. That is horrible.
No.
No, because my dad, my dad was like that, everything, but he's Navy. He's
I see. I can't even. I wouldn't be able to lay on a ship anywhere either. Like,
Yeah.
the space they get, you can smell each other's farts. So, next, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you believe that the government fully tells the truth about UFOs?
They don't tell the truth about taxes, let alone UFOs.
They don't
Like-
tell the truth about what's in our food.
I mean, in this particular case, Trump doesn't even know what's
don't
going
care.
on
He
around
don't
him.
care. He's like, yeah, go ahead, release it. Go ahead.
Let alone
Go ahead, I don't
anything
care.
else going on.
So the Pentagon recently released the UFO files. If nobody, I'm not sure. I know that it's online if anybody wants to see it, pentagon.gov or whatever. But really, it's a little too late. You know what I mean? For me, some people I know don't want to hear about things that they can't control and don't know much information about. I get it. But, you know, at this point, because there's been no transparency, we wonder, are these things real? Is it the military that's doing technology and testing? Or is this some sort of national security issue? You know, that was the case with the little bulbs in the sky in Jersey. This is the government. So there's all this false information and rumors and stuff because our government lies to us all the time. So we're speculating all the freaking time, you know. What do you think?
About UFOs?
Yeah, especially now, you think it's a distraction?
I mean, every time they drop something, like, I'm sorry, but even the Diddy case was a distraction to some of the stuff going on with the
Right,
Epstein
so
stuff.
there's motive.
Right? Like you know, granted, he did everything that happened, but
Right.
just more so they
Right.
But pushed it out there. They
when
gunned
they
for
drop
when
these bombs, it's like
distract you
perfect
from
timing.
something else, right? So like even the Simpsons, and you know the Simpsons
Oh,
are known for dropping
God.
everything,
The
right?
Simpsons, the Hantavirus.
They
all-
what they like to expose is something that's very true, right? Where when they were doing their episode about like passing a law in DC in order to get these planes from flying directly over their house, right? Was that you have to slip it in with something else that people are gonna want,
Yes.
right? So like they passed a Flags for All American bill and then added that in like the subsections to move these plane routes off of this residential area,
Something
right?
with something.
And I mean, if you want to see this in real life, remember when you guys got that $2,000 check? Look
Right.
at how much money went to Bangladesh, Ukraine, and another place. Like, and you'll realize, wait, we only got $2,000,
Don't remind me.
right? So that's how things work here. So every time that something comes out, you have to wonder
What's the
else,
motive?
what else is actually
And I don't
happening.
like that. I don't like that because we get a half truth, right? We know part is true, right? Part of whatever's happening that they're distracting from is true, and part of what they're putting out is
Partially
is
true.
So all of that confusion is just like I just feel like there's a mutiny on our brains. You know,
At the end of the day, you know
messing with our heads.
you know that scene from the movie where it's just like you can't handle the truth, right?
Yeah.
People, the masses can't handle the truth. They
That's
can't.
right. Okay,
In
so-
general.
And that brings me back to, do you think it's real? Some people will say, no, I'm not ready to hear that. Even my grandmother, I'm not ready to talk about that right now. She's dealing with what she's dealing with on Earth. So
Right.
I get it, but
that's what
when
it
it
is.
deals with you,
If extraterrestrials are real, if they are real, I'm not going to say they aren't. I'll leave that.
unidentified anomalous phenomenon, they want to reclassify it now,
All
UAP.
right. If they are real, right? And people would then have to then open up to their mind to everything else they blocked out.
What? You got to
Like,
open your mind.
Not just no, but here's the thing. If
That's it right there.
But if those things are real, right? So for everything, this is what I tell people all the time. If you go to church and believe in God and angels, how is it you don't believe in the devil and demons? You get what I'm saying? People do not like to look at that dark side,
They don't wanna look
right?
at the dark
When-
side.
When we
And-
look at
You're
every
right.
other civilization,
They don't wanna know the
every
bad truth.
homogenous nation, right? They have their superstitions, their
Yeah.
legends,
The-
and people are more in touch and more in tune
Right.
with that.
There's
that
a
side.
balance to everything.
People in America, especially America, a lot of first world
We don't want to
nations,
hear it.
they can't accept that supernatural thing in their life. What if it's real? Can you imagine the amount of danger there is, right?
Even if they see it with their own eyes.
like when you realize that gangster on the corner is not the scariest thing in the world, right? That really puts life in perspective to you.
Right.
But for certain people, they want that to be the biggest threat because that's something that they can handle, right? Whether I learn self-defense myself or the cops are nearby, whatever, there's a solution.
I agree.
Is there a priest on every corner? You get what I'm saying? There's not a thing. And then what are they going to do if it's not just a spirit, if it's an actual monster? Now we're not dealing with monsters, we're dealing with aliens. Are they smarter than us? Do they have more technology than us? How do they defend themselves? There's an invasion. Like you've seen the mass reaction in Independence Day and stuff like that.
Oh,
and
man.
end of the world scenarios are often caused because
That was a good one.
information is given out. And that's why we get mad at the government for hiding stuff. But I mean, the realization that Epstein had this island has done what to the masses, right?
Right.
Meanwhile,
Since
this
the
has always been a
beginning of
thing.
the-
Like, what's
right,
wrong with you?
right.
We've known people in
Historically,
power do this.
it's always been a thing. These sightings and things that have historically, for thousands of years, been a thing. All across the board, all across the world, which is a coincidence? I think not. If you don't want to hear the truth will come to you. Eventually, the truth will come to you. It's just a matter of time. A little alien. Can I rub it? But that's. Stay tuned, folks, because it's gonna be coming out.
At the end of the day, if they've been here and they ain't doing nothing, I'm not stressing it.
Yeah.
And by the time anything gets done, that sounds like it's the next generation or the generation after
By
the
the
generation after
time
that problem.
they get real about it, we're gonna have little alien neighbors.
And
So
if space
they're
travel,
gonna be our new illegal aliens.
if space travel is possible, we should all actually be happy about it because we already know that every star eventually dies, right? Every star, which
People
means
don't know
if we
that.
don't. Well, that is something that you can Google
Okay.
with ease.
Thank you.
Okay, the information is
Not
is
everybody knows
there,
that.
but like every star will eventually die. So that includes the sun, right? Most of the stars you're seeing the last of their lights. If space travel is possible and these beings got here, we may need their help one day.
We do
Let's just-
need their
I'm,
help.
I'm not even saying to fix Earth, but just to get
Please.
the hell out when our star's going, right? We got to find another solar system, another
If
place
you're
to live.
listening, come
You
help
know?
us. All right?
And if they've been here for this long and possibly
Longer than
longer,
us?
right? Maybe some of us have some of that DNA in us anyway.
I think
I'm
some
looking
people-
at you, Caucasus Mountain folk.
I think some people don't
Just
want to
saying.
believe that they may be worshiping them.
Well, there's a theory that angels
As
weren't
opposed to-
angels, but they were actually aliens.
That's been the theory for thousands of years, folks. Look it up. So that would be scary if I was a fairly religious person.
Nah, that'd be kind of cool.
I would have to be ready for that.
I'm sorry, but by default, even when I'm reading this in the Bible or whatever, right? By definition of an alien, they are aliens, bro. They're not from Earth. They're not
There
of
is
this
some
Earth.
stuff in the Bible. So really? Well, that's kind of cool.
What about Pegasus?
Do you want to peg us?
I mean, what's the point of one horn? I'd rather wings, bro.
You just
Well, let's
wanna-
fly.
You just want to ride bareback and fly.
I'm just saying, if I'm gonna ride a horse, I'm gonna ride a horse that can fly.
I'd rather a Pegasus too,
Yeah,
or Griffin. Anyway,
definitely Griffin. Now we can go to war.
what was the name of that thing in Neverending Story? Malachor or something like
Oh,
that?
yeah. Manticore.
Manticore.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I like those hybrid monsters.
Yeah. Mutants.
No.
I mean, between mutants and aliens, there's all types of things, right?
I mean, to be
because
fair,
we do have a lot of mutants.
we know mutants are real.
I don't think people do.
We are mutants.
We got chemicals and
Yeah.
Mm.
He's right. So that's how we know mutants are real.
Right.
We're just waiting for the ones that come with superpowers next.
To be continued. Hybrids.
Yo, all I know is no. Let me explain
You're
this to
blue?
you. Let me explain this to you. Like, look, if my kid has anything close to a main cast X-Men powers other than
Kid.
other than
So
Cyclops.
you're gonna marry you're gonna.
The first mutants came from two regular humans, bro.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
hoping to be the first guy to
It's
have a
supposed
mutant
to be
baby.
in our genes.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Oh.
Mutation comes for a need in evolution. Man definitely needs to evolve.
Yeah.
So
We need it.
So if I have a kid who has any power other than Cyclops's, because I only see that being a problem with that kid in the house. I'm sorry, like just trying to feed the baby, open up his eyes, like nah, I'm not dealing with that. But
Glasses,
other
expensive.
than that, I would be the happiest dad in the world.
I know you would. No.
I don't care.
Let me ask
that'd
you-
be kind of cool, bro.
Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna change topics again. What do you think about the state of our health care, overall in general, mental, physical? Do you think there's more people who are sick?
We talking globally or are we talking in the United States?
Oh, both.
Globally,
Yeah.
it is what it is, because you'll see every nation deal with their particular problems, right? It's
Yeah.
going to be very regional. It's going to be very like to the culture, to the diet, to the this, to that, right?
It's very
So
diverse.
it's hard to really talk about global issues until you have like a global pandemic,
Okay.
right?
And we did.
And then there are a lot of places that, I mean, we did, but there are a lot of places too where they face things that we won't know because we can't even
And vice
interact
versa.
with them, right? So, you know, it's kind of one of those situations where, like, globally, our health is going to be what it's going to be. We're not seeing a major decline overall in birth rates and no major increase in death rates.
Well,
Our population went from 7 point something in my lifetime
Yeah.
to over 8 billion, all right? So
but it is decreasing.
supposedly, but we went
Procreation
positive.
rates,
Well,
reproduction rates.
in the U.S.,
Right.
not
and,
globally.
And in China.
but there's still other places where the numbers are still going up.
China's kicking their ass because in the 90s they were killing girls and stuff. So now they're upset. Now they don't have enough wombs.
I mean, you know,
They're
that's
trying to pay them to
to come-
procreate.
I mean,
They can't pay me. You got to pay me millions, government. Sorry. All right? I'll think about it.
that's actually more of a Japanese concept.
I'm saying even millions is not enough. Even millions is not enough. How much is a child a year? Child 1 to 5, age 1 to 5.
Too much.
Hundreds of thousands.
Too much.
So, no.
Almost as much as a college education.
Oh, yeah. You're right. You're absolutely
no,
right.
college is more expensive
Depending
the
on what
school.
school you go to.
Like, yeah, like that's a sad fact.
Out of
It is
state.
cheaper to raise a kid than go to college. Like
Uh.
and that's something we shouldn't tell teenagers.
Harvard. Which would you rather invest in? I'm going to go to school.
It has.
Thank God. That's what they're trying to do.
No, it's not a good thing for them because that means the children actually have time to think. Yeah.
Well,
And the internet
mean-
is already ruining all their plans.
some would say that being healthy or making the effort to stay healthy is harder than being stable financially.
I mean, the issue in in America, it's harder if you're in an urban environment because
You
to
think
get
so?
to get less
Rural-
less processed food is going to be harder. Everything's going to
rural
be taxed
people
more.
don't have the distance. The distance. A lot of times they don't have.
They don't have access to a lot of stuff, but a lot of the time they have the land to grow their own things.
Yeah, but they don't. If you're poor out there in West, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have a car. You don't have money for gas to go 300 miles to go to the doctor. You know that was the case with a lot of women.
I mean, that's an issue as far as like once you're actually sick.
yeah, access.
But to get so the ability
Like
to go
maternally,
the
there's
ability
issues
to
down
go
there.
to the medical side is worse in a rural area, but in an urban environment, the actual ability to maintain your health, sure, you can find a gym on
There's
every
a lot
block,
of resources.
but
Yeah.
there's a lack of ability to actually. So a lot of your health starts with your diet before anything else, right? You can get all the exercise in the world,
Of
right?
course.
But what you're eating, that's why I say in an urban environment, it's harder. That's why there's a need and the ability and access to so much medical things because we're constantly
We
getting
have-
sick.
We have different.
We're constantly
we have
getting
different
hurt.
illnesses. We have the air. There's
Right, the
asthma.
pollution,
We got a lack of nutritional information.
lack of nutritional
Lack of
access.
nutritional access.
Everything that is nutritional
Right.
costs how much more?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So at least if you're in an area, in a space where you have land where I can grow my own fruits, my own vegetables.
It does start with.
I
food.
can even have my own animals and kill, slaughter, my fresh.
And it goes back to preventive measures rather than doing something after the fact and
Right.
treating the issue. And that saves the city, the state, the government, all of
And,
that.
and understand,
money.
I see the only businesses I see actually expanding are healthcare in the city.
Yeah, we
because
need mental health resources.
It's not even that. I'm seeing people just with like, not, and this is the part that annoys me because it's always someplace that's just gonna refer you to a hospital. But like all of your like possible clinics are what's popping up. When I see a new business coming up in the
They
area,
get money.
it's a clinic.
Yeah.
If it's not a clinic, it's a dental place.
Right.
I always thought that was weird because I know nobody with dental
Nobody-
insurance like that,
People
right?
hate dentists
And people
anyway.
don't go to the dentist, but I always see a new dental spot and a new health clinic.
Yeah.
And that says a lot about the need, but that means that a lot of people are not being healthy, cannot stay healthy.
And what does that do? That causes issues with your mind, issues with depression, issues with emotion. And so now you're having a comorbid, what they call it, issue. Now, whatever's causing your mental issues is causing your physical issues. Whatever's causing your physical issues is causing your mental issues. It'll give you a pill. Then that'll cause some other issue where you need another pill.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So it's about making money.
That's what it's always
more
about.
corruption, you know? I don't know, but there's different ways to stay healthy. I mean, you can monitor your health. Like Will said, it starts with your diet. You know, not a lot of processed crap. You know, just maintaining your mental health, talking to people, talking to a therapist. There's nothing wrong with that if you want. And maintaining your connection with the community. There's an issue since COVID with isolation. The general public, veterans know about mental health issues, but the general public had a rude awakening, and so they had to expand all these different telehealth services and stuff that we've already had.
Yep.
But your connection to the community and socially, it really makes a difference. You know, people feel lonely, they want to cut their wrists. Don't do that. You know, talk to your friend.
See, because for me
it's not funny, but
it's not even that, right? Because you have these available resources now. There's a lot of
There's more
teledata,
resources
internet stuff,
than
right?
ever.
And like you said, mental health is something like important,
affects your
and
physical
people are
health. Yeah.
acknowledging it more now.
Yeah.
But I come from the early era of the internet, and I feel like this generation of people just don't understand the block button, right? And
they have a choice.
Like no, so the fact of the matter is, if there's people talking nonsense to you, you don't like what they have to say, you don't like what they're talking
Turn it
about,
off.
and not even to you, you can block that person.
Not even
right?
to you.
No, because people post in groups, people post in
Right.
chats, right?
But they take it personal.
But if that's the case, you can literally block that
Right.
person from ever being able to contact you,
Snooze
to
it.
see their content, all of that. So if you learn about the block button, how to block on Facebook, you got to put it back to being the first thing that people can pick on a page. I'm sorry. That when you used to go on someone's page, block was an option next to friend request. Like it was a thing. Now you have to go searching for how to block someone.
They
It
do
is
it on
ridiculous.
purpose.
But the fact of the matter is, if you can do that, you can then go and find your groups, go and find, people to talk to, because not everybody wants to talk to a therapist, right? And I don't mind the fact that that's a thing for folks, because
People
sometimes
like talking to peers.
it's better to talk at all than it is to hold it in yourself,
Yes, 'cause
right?
you will blow up.
Right. So if you can find your groups, there used to be easier on MySpace, I feel. But you can find the groups of people with common interests, things
Facebook
to
has
discussion.
groups, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Facebook has it. You can find the
WhatsApp.
resources. So you can either find something clinical or just something that helps you alleviate the stress yourself.
Talk-
Venting helps a lot.
It does.
But
Even if you got to vent to your chat GPT, that
just
might help.
remember, no, you stop feeding the machine. I watched Terminator, all right? But just remember the block button, because instead of saying F the site, F these people, F the group, it's an individual.
Right.
When that person puts a bad comment underneath your picture because, well, maybe you took it at the wrong angle, block that person. Don't delete the picture, right? You enjoyed the picture enough
That's
to
right.
post it.
Don't let them
Continue to enjoy it. Block the people who annoy you.
Yeah. People
Act like Nicki Minaj for a change. Stop being Cardi B.
don't take the internet personal.
At
Don't
all,
take the internet
right?
personal.
We made the internet fun to troll, and y'all started taking it seriously. It's just for trash talking geeks, and then y'all hopped on it because regular normies.
Making it life.
That's your fault.
But real quick,
We have fun.
we're going to go through a few ways to save money, because I know we're running out of time.
Cook.
Listen, there's side hustles. Cook, like Will said, cashback, digital coupons, loyalty rewards, energy saving.
Yes.
Unplug your unused devices when you're not using them.
All the time.
Smart thermostats, LED lighting, emergency funds. That's like 3 to 6 months out if you could do it. Like an automated savings where it just goes out every time you get paid.
I also suggest switching from your Starbucks cup of coffee to the
Generic brands.
No. I'm saying you go to Starbucks and it's $3 to $5 a coffee. You can go to Habibi on the corner and get it for $1.50, $2.
You
Like,
can also make it. Nobody wants to do
no,
that,
no,
right?
no, because then you have to invest in the coffee maker. We're
You
talking about
do.
saving money. I'm talking about
do.
something you can actively start doing first.
Habibi does
You
it.
can save enough to buy the coffee maker by buying the Habibi for a month or two. You get what I'm saying?
And support your community.
I mean, it's his community unless you're a Habibi yourself.
I mean, but if it's around the corner from where you live or work, whatever.
Sometimes they come from Queens.
Support the small businesses.
That I can agree with. Support the small business because I'm tired of seeing clinics.
But you got to get creative. Sometimes you got to buy the generic cereal and not the Kellogg's. You know what I mean?
That's tough.
And financial literacy. Learn about how to save money. You know, this is a constant tactics and strategies, always evolving. So
It's. I will say it might be a little harder for guys to save
why?
because they still date.
Ego.
No, that's not our ego. That's the problem.
You still date? Hey, listen. Put her on a. Give her an allowance. I've done that before. Give her an allowance. No.
How'd that turn out?
It worked out for me. You can't ask me for no money.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You got paid.
Yeah, well, actually, that's my tip for couples. Be honest about how much you're making.
Especially if you live together. Oh.
Yes. Even if you don't. You know what? I think it's
True. If you're spending together.
It's harder to hide if you're living together. So you have to be more honest when you're living apart.
Right. True. Especially if you want to live together.
Exactly.
You know, you get more goodness out of her if you're honest. Definitely. She might even help you out.
Well, if she doesn't, then you know to cut her off. That's the key.
She'll make you work for her dad or something. Huh?
I've had that offer. I turned it down.
You know, but this has been the LDM Show. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Tell us what you think. I mean, what's the most expensive thing you thought was that increased over the past 5 years? Let us know.
MTA.
But that's all we got. Stay safe.
See you next time.
And we'll see you next time.
Step into the light where the stories glow. The laughter's high and the vibes just flow.